Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Daniel Gormally. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I wanted to talk today about my videos for Chessable because they're on a sale. There's a Black Friday sale, it's very important. You're getting much cheaper content than you normally would with Chessable. Now, why would you buy a Chessable course? In my opinion, there's been a big transformation over the last few years with people's theory, and I think a lot of that is down to Chessable. A lot of young players use Chessable. Anish Giri mentioned how he would walk along during an open and you see everybody's using his stuff from his course. So a lot of strong players use Chessable extensively, understandably so. Now I did a follow-up to Sharp Middle Games 1 called Sharp Middle Games 2. It's pretty decent courses. They don't sell pretty well. I mean, to be honest, the first one sold the best. Now, Chessable, in my opinion, is probably, if you're a content producer and you're either looking to make books or video courses, Chessable will probably give you the biggest financial upside, in my opinion. You know, the first course I did called Sharp Middle Games 1, I made more from any book other than maybe even more than Making the Castle King, which was translated into Chinese, and that was also made into a Chessable course. But because it was an original course, Making the Castle King, that is, I didn't get as big a royalties as I got from Sharp Middle Games. Sharp Middle Games, I got all the royalties other than obviously Chessable took their chunk. I think that was 50%. The original deal was 50%. That's probably why I see quite good royalties from that. But then they changed it to 40%. So this Sharp Middle Games on a 40% royalty. But I will get, like, if you buy this course, I'm going to get big doula. Happy day, skip along, go and buy myself a cinema ticket, go and buy myself one of those massive sort of like McFlurries that I always eat. So you really helping me out if you buy a course. I must admit, I've done 2 books. I've written 2 books this year, right? I've written 2 books, and I've done countless coaching. I've written another Chessable course, but yet to be released, yet to be filmed, because I think there's so, understandably, people are making such good money out of this that they're just overwhelmed with the number of people saying, I want to do a Chessable course, I want to do a Chessable course. Some people just made it their career just to produce Chessable courses. Great. Right, because there's constant money coming in even years after you've done the course. So it's you know, it's good from that point of view. So I've gone off on a bit of tangent. What was I talking about? Anyway, let's have a look at some of the material in the course. So there's this game. So I click on a move. It's like, yeah, I mentioned 98's a move. Let's have a look at the video. So you can get this video content. For example, here I'm talking on the video.
And a game that I'm using to illustrate this patience is a game by Anatoly Karpov. And it dates all the way back to 1969. So when Karpov was a young man, I believe he was born sometime in the 1950s. I could be wrong about that. I think he was born something like 51. So he would have been...
Okay, so I'm showing this game of Karpov's. I don't even remember the game because it's such a long time since I filmed the video, but I'm sure it's a great game. This is like one of the games from Karpov's early career. So obviously he was born in the 1950s, yeah, like early 1950s, because it says under 18 USSR versus Yugoslavia, 1969. Yeah, I don't think I'm completely squared up with the camera, but I look good, the background's good, it's better than what the video quality that I'm filming here probably. This is me from about 3 years ago, so just to give you some background, I went to the Netherlands to film it. Beautiful place. It's called Friesland. That's the area. So it's famous for sort of like farmland and cows. It's a beautiful area. If you ever go on holiday, I'll be honest, it's not a place that people typically go on holiday, but it's actually one of the most beautiful areas in Europe, in my opinion. But the place that I stayed, which I think is called Jure, and there was a lovely canal, beautiful cafe. You could sit out in the open and have. And probably on one of the final nights when I was there, I had one of the best meals I've ever had. Like there was like a proper chef there, and he was serving sort of like a tasting menu almost. And when I went back, I stayed I think in Amsterdam for one night, and I had an amazing coconut brulee in a Thai restaurant. So you can have a good time as well when you're filming these courses. What they tend to do now a lot of the time, they tend to like put people in. They want you to film at home because they've only got limited space there, and obviously they have got a studio where people film, but they've only got X amount of days in the year, and so many people are trying to do content. So this is the problem with Chessable in some ways, is that your courses can get a little bit lost on there. Once the course is released, it's up on the site, and then it will disappear from the site fairly quickly. So you'll get that big bump with the sales, but then after that it goes down a bit. What I would say is, compared to some of the other companies I work for, you make a lot more money because Chessable have a bit of a Chess.com have a bit of monopoly on the whole chess business side of things. Chessable is now affiliated with Chess.com. They've got access to that huge user database, the email database. So basically, every time they release a course, they're pounding people's emails. They might pound like 2 million emails. I don't know how many emails they pound, but you only have to get a certain number of people picking up from that. Happy days. Now, obviously, it's out in the course. This is where the big sales come. Once you've released a course, the initial bump, and then you have like either the holiday period, maybe Christmas, you might get a bit of a bump, but the sales periods generally getting a bit of a bump. So that's my opinion. Please buy these courses because they're absolutely great courses. Had a real blast filming them. It's hard to make money from chess. And I think I was on some long rant about what I did. So I've done 2 books. I always go off on a bit of a tangent. I think my brain's starting to go right. I've got like early stage dementia. But I did 2 books. I've written 2 whole books this year, like entire year. So it's 2 whole books. Neither of which have been released yet. One which has gone through the editing process, waiting to be released. And I've done what's the other thing I've done? Yeah, I've done several video courses. I've written a whole Chessable course. It has to be edited and then obviously go through that process, and then it has to be filmed. I will have to film it. I've done loads and loads of coaching. If you're interested in coaching, give me a bell because, as I say, I'm still fairly skint despite doing all that. And obviously I played a lot of chess tournaments, and I've written numerous articles as well. So I've done probably, compared to other years, I've worked my butt off this year and I'm still skint. So it's hard to make money from chess. These are one of the few things where I make decent kind of money. It's still not enough. I probably need about 6 Chessable courses out, and then you constantly have to, make more because the old ones, the sales will go down. So you constantly have to make more. And I tried to make these courses interactive. So there's one course I do think where I say a lot. I put you in this environment. Number 3. Can I find number 3? So you've got courses created by you. Yeah, 60% off. Incredible. And I'm promising positions drifting nowhere fast. I put a lot of work into these courses. They're not easy courses. Yeah, you probably need to do like maybe 4 Chessable courses a year and just keep banging them out. And then if you're successful enough, you could probably make, maybe 20 grand a year just from that. If you're like someone like Geary probably makes like, I don't know what he makes. He probably makes like $250,000 a year, like one of the bigger. That's just a rough guess, right? But that might be way out. I doubt it's on the high side, but it's probably way out. But be interested to know what you would guess someone like Anish Giri makes in Chessable. But he makes a fair amount, and obviously other people like Shanklin, Selecki. I'm not in that league, but the first course I did do very good numbers. And obviously, if I was to do another, I'm doing another course of Chessable, I'm looking for similar numbers. But what you do get is you get a residual money over time. Now, one of the courses that probably did the worst was called How to Win Chess Tournaments, because that wasn't an original course. That was transplanted from the Ginger GM website. So, if you do an original course, that will sell better. I mean, I was chatting to a guy called Steve James, who's about 22,000 rated player. He said he did a free course on Chessable. It's worth doing a free course. If you're interested in doing courses on Chessable, you look at the amount of money that can be made. Do a free course. He got like something like 30,000 readers for that free course. It's unbelievable numbers. It was like on Endgames. He was doing one on Endgames. But there's so many subjects you can cover, and obviously if you're a successful producer, then Chessable will say, look, yeah, you're going to make us money. You're going to make money yourself. It's all good. So I feel like it's been a massive boon for professional chess players, Chessable. But in order to make a living from it, you've probably got to do 4 videos a year minimum, and then constantly update that every single year, you know. And then I could probably make maybe 20 grand a year, but it's difficult to do that. It's a long. The last course I did, it took me like probably 3 or 4 months to produce. It's a repertoire against the French defence, and you know, it's a big effort. You know, but yeah, I've worked my butt off this year, and I feel like I've not. So what I might do going forward next year, I might look to get some kind of job or relocate to somewhere where there's more coaching available, or you know, or somehow bump that up, because I'm making reasonable money from these residuals for Chessable and all this other stuff that, you know, I could maybe occasionally you know, knock out a course a year, and then if you've got the other stuff going on, that's nice bonus money, right? But at the moment it's difficult to live off just that alone. Anyway, these are the courses. Please buy them, because I will get a good percentage. They're worth getting. Sharp Middle Games 1 is also very good. And that is the video. Thank you again for watching. Please like and subscribe.